What is going on, everyone? Commodore Laz here, bringing to you guys my live reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter 193. Now, the chapter is out. We are here today to read the latest installment of Akutama Gege's masterpiece. And before I even get into this chapter, because obviously next week we are going to be going on break because of the magazine break and all that, I'm hoping to try and work on some stuff in the meantime. If it doesn't come out immediately, we'll try and do something for Kaisen, at least for the time off that we have. But I do want to clarify two things at the very least in regards to that, right? So, number one, disregard what I said last week in regards to Maki not having the quote-unquote credentials to be able to take out Naoya because she doesn't have curse energy. She does, in fact, have the sword that Mai possesses to be able to do so. I was talking about the fact that Naruto Kamo might make more sense from a curse energy standpoint, and I still do feel like he may have a chance of having a big role to play. I don't think him just getting knocked out after the whole transformation stuff is going to derail his chances any further. I think he's still going to have a role to play, but Maki makes, obviously, of course, the most sense. She's going to get the actual W because what happened with her mom, basically leading Naoya to becoming an eventual cursed spirit and all that. It's Maki's job basically to want to take care of things. So, disregard the brain fart that happened last week. And number two, I wholeheartedly apologize to Dagon. I don't know what it is. I've been disrespecting him since the Shibuya incident in terms of, little key details and granted editing, and all that, but he was, in fact, the first named character that we saw go through the process of the Cursed Womb into the actual, higher state and stuff. Obviously, we have Cursed Child arc, the very first one, where we saw the whole, the womb itself going into the finger bearers and after. But, yeah, Dagon, my bad, my fault. But, yeah, he was the one that was there. But right now, the focus is on what's going on because Naoya, my God, I mean, he looked ugly as hell. Now he looks menacing, and now Maki and Kamo, they're going to have to find some strategy, whatever it is. If it's going to take 2-3 chapters, who knows? I don't think it's going to be held, taken care of right away, but I still feel like it's still going to be at least a decent enough time, 2-3 chapters to take care of things. That's what my guess is. If it goes shorter, it goes longer, it is what it is. But let's get into the chapter. Let us see what awaits us in this week's chapter and see if we're closer to turn the tides or Naoya just keeps winning. So let's get into it. Chapter 193, Jujutsu Kaisen. And look at this thing, man. Jesus Christ. 193, Sakurajima Colony 3. And I don't know why. And for people who do read Chainsaw Man, I've started now to look at it a little bit more. It's starting to remind me somewhat of the Gun Devil, and not the head of the gun itself. When you look at like the veins, like the I guess like the links, like whatever it is, like the arms, like the vines, whatever you want to call it and stuff, right? Like just those things. It has like that excess outward appearance and stuff similar to it in a way. But yeah, now a curse. Naoya only has one goal, Maki. And yeah, it looks freaky as hell because I mean it fits into being a cursed spirit and stuff. But I don't know, would there be more of a transformation, or because Kamo had done enough to prevent, I guess, a further higher state, that this is the farthest that Naoya can go into. So that's to be seen. But anyways. Okay. Is he forming a hand or something? Not bad. Even if you're a piece of shit, you're still the next clan head. And look at that. People actually genuinely thought that Kamo was a bum and that he was just going to be thrown away. No. He put the hand up and was able to tank at the very least. Yeah, he got sent flying. That happens. But does he look hurt? Does he look damaged whatsoever? No. Come on, man. There are actual people that work 9 to 5 that actually want you to believe that Gege is going to bring a character back into the story and just have them get shit on. That's not happening. Like, come on. Do better, please. If I hadn't blocked it midway with blood... Okay, so that's... Alright. If I hadn't blocked it midway with blood, both my hand and my head and hands would have been blown off. Okay, yeah. So at the very least, there it's in putting respect a little bit more on Naoya too, because if again no block happens, yeah, then maybe he would have been killed. But at least the awareness right there from Kamo was there to save him. So basically, I went on both sides because it just shows one how dangerous one is, and the awareness of the other to prevent that from happening. If I relax for even a second, I'll die. I need to fight with everything I have. Yeah, so I mean, in a case like this, though, this is going to be one of the tougher vengeful cursed spirits that we're going up against right now. And in Kamo's case, because he needs to really show himself off in this stage of the story so that it can prove that, yeah, I am eventually could be the next clan head. Because obviously, you know, the stuff with Kenjaku. But right now, this is time for him to show out and prove his worth. So, flowing red scale. And Maki's coming in right from the side where the forest. And I see the... comes in with the sword. And she got the cut? It looks like... No, did she? It looks like she got the cut in, but then you see after... Yeah, no, because I see like the red flow and stuff that's coming in. Yeah, it looks like she did. It looks like she got something there, but it doesn't look like much, because like Naoya just turns after and it's fine. Crimson binding. Yeah, and you see right there from the blood wrap afterwards. Noritoshi comes in and stops it. Maki. And she comes in for the swing. But it looks like it only got a little bit because Naoya comes and ducks. He mitigated it by spitting. Fight properly. Noritoshi. This guy is a mere shadow of Zen and Naoya's former self. Oh, man. So it's not going to be the... no, but it's different in some cases. Like, Naoya, what he was as a human was one thing as a sorcerer, but now as a cursed spirit, there's different levels to him now. I can do my own introductions. Thank you very much. Can a curse transform from a human really retain its former ego to such an extent? I mean, if it harbors enough, like, you know, animosity, regret, that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure it could. But this is far different from anything we've seen from, like, the finger bearers from before when they transformed, or even with the Gon, because, you know, there was English there with the Gon or Japanese, but not on the level where we're seeing from Naoya. The existence of a Kotu's Oromito Rika makes a whole lot more sense in comparison. That is true. That is true. That is true. It is true, because with Rika, it was the same thing, because obviously at life after death, she was still able to have her personality, or at least a warped version of it, when transformed, of course, into the cursed spirit and stuff that ends up aiding with Yuta. But this is like it's like one of those like a research things, like, oh damn, so that's where things will go, I suppose, like life after death. This guy can use his technique. Nah, bro. Frames per second. Oh no. He's about bro. No wonder the projection sorcery of the fastest Zenin Naobito, man. I mean, listen, I call him Dollar Store version, but no, he might pull it. And there are the frames. God damn it, Naoya. God damn it, I see them. And they come in and he bashes through one, and explosions start ringing off after the structure of the rest of them, I'm presuming. Because then you see right there afterwards, Kamo and Maki, they're trying to like hold off from the explosion, but the guard, he's utilizing his ability to freeze everything he touches for 1 second, freezing the air, then striking with his fist so it shatters. And it looks like he zoomed right by and starts going straight into like the sky. Did he run away? No. He's getting ready to accelerate. Oh god. It's just gonna be like in the fight with Maki back at the very tail end of the Perfect Preparation arc. And he's running right now like through like the water passages and stuff under the bridge. Once he reaches his maximum speed, he'll charge over here. Look at the aura pouring out there from Kamo. Hold on, what are we cooking? I mean, it's the blood. It might be more the blood, but what are we cooking here? Maximum speed. I'd rather not think about that. It's literally like Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. If it's one of those like Mach speeds, like if he's able to reach now because of the fact that he's a cursed spirit, then this is going to be a tough issue. So we need to counterattack then. Yes, if Naoya comes at me at the speed of sound, we just need to prepare an attack and wait. Just like that time. Oh my god. And here he comes. Stay back, Noritoshi. And you see like those... No, wait. Those things have to belong to to Kamo. Like, it's almost like the what does Seto Kaiba have? Is someone? Oh, no, I want to check, but I have to read. But for those of you who remember Yu-Gi-Oh, Seto Kaiba had that thing with the Toxics, the trap card and stuff. Well, if you hit it, it's like you get cursed or whatever, or you get the virus. It reminds me of that right now for whatever reason. And he's coming. And wait, I have to look on the side because he's coming from like through the buildings and everything. He is zooming. The cursed spirit Naoya pulls in air at the speed of sound from a suction port in his body. Yeah, because I saw the thing had opened up a little. He compresses it with ram pressure and cursed energy, then expels it to rapidly increase his propulsive force. My God! And look at the amount of this. He's literally just taking the ground from him and everything as he's moving. And Maki right there is noticing it goes black. Bro, oh no, this is bad. 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 Oh my God. Oh, they're giving Naoya W's and I don't like it. And I have to wait 2 weeks for Rimotanda. Oh. Maki is down on the ground. That speed reaches Mach 3. God damn it. And that's around basically 2,300 miles per hour or 3,700 kilometers. No way I once lost to this. Evolution accelerated. Oh my God, bro. Yo, you know what? He needed something. He needed something because otherwise bringing him back just to get beat around a second time so easily would have been very, very embarrassing, honestly, for him. I think his stocks would have been at an all-time low and never to rise on the stock market again. But right here, though, man, this is a very dangerous vengeful cursed spirits. At Mach 3 speed. And again, this is just Maki, for her body and stuff, to be able to hold on to the damage that she was able to take in. Any other person, I think, dies from what we just see now from Naoya. At the speed right there that came in, if Maki did not have the body of steel that she has, like the strength that she has behind her to be able to tank those hits, she's dead. But right now, she is in dire straits. Granted, Kamo right now was not around for the hit because I'm pretty sure he backed out before he came in after Naoya. So I'm gonna hold on again and say he is going to still play a big role in this, and it's gonna come down to him trying to help turn the tide. Maki, I don't know how she's gonna get back up. I mean, she could get back up after, but she's gonna be pretty much a wreck after this fight. Like, you're tanking an attack with Mach 3 speed, and you're gonna ask her after to get up is insane. Like, as much as it's a feat it would be for Naoya, it's a feat also just to be able to withstand it, even if you're down, injured, and hurt and bloody. The fact that she's able to open an eye up at the very least, it's just nuts. And the confidence now coming from Naoya, like, no way I once lost to this, is actually insane. But now it's like we gotta wait 2 weeks to see how Gege plans on handling all this now. Because it's like, Naoya is just gonna now have his way. Like, right now as it is, he's gonna have his way. Unless something were to happen to where Kamo's gonna try and utilize an attack to be able to hold Naoya together for a little bit so Maki can get up and lay an attack after. I still don't see it to where Naoya's going to have some way to escape or anything. I feel like still he's going to end up meeting his end. I'd rather talk about more of this in later videos and stuff because I do feel it's worth a discussion in regards to how we all feel in the Zenin Clan massacre, Naoya and stuff, and of course with Maki. But I just don't foresee a situation here where Maki's gonna die. Like, she's obviously right now in a lot of trouble, and this is of course to build Naoya from what had happened before. Like right now, the fact that he still has the protection sorcery under his wing is just crazy. And that he can go at the speeds that he can. Anyone else is dying. That's less than what Maki, either in level of Maki or who doesn't have the ability to withstand attacks of that magnitude. Like, Toji could tank it, but he's going to feel some kind of pain. Like, there's no question on that. Unless, like, but Toji, so it's a little different. But Maki's on the come up to being the actual, like, she's almost there. She's like, it's almost there. Like, she's already gone through the academy. She's gone through, you know, the drills and all that. She's just waiting for that one debut match where she has, like, a 10.0 rating. And whatever, it's a hat trick or 3 assists or whatever, that's going to happen here. Right? She's had great performances in the build-up now, but this will be the first big one for her. But it is going to be difficult to see how she's going to get up unless Kamo gets involved and tries to hold things off for a moment. Or he does his own greatness and it leads to a huge switch-up after. But, yeah, very chaotic chapter this week. Naoya has come back from I wouldn't say dire straits, but more so from him just looking not good. At one point to the transformation into doing what he's doing right now. I do feel like that tidbit there is also even worth a discussion as well in regards to the whole, you know, can a curse transform from a human, really retain its former ego? I feel like just something on vengeful cursed spirits is something that's worth a discussion, honestly. Because now it's like when you talk about the whole thing with Rika, it makes more sense after that. You know, can they actually be able to retain what they once were? Can they still be able to keep the feelings, the emotions that they have from the previous life into that kind of form? And if so, it makes you do wonder a little bit on the ones that do pass on and stuff. Can they come back for good, for evil, even though for the most part it seems like it'll be for evil before converting into good, or if you can contain them whatsoever. But yeah, I do find that very fascinating. But regardless of all that though, this was a very insane chapter. Tough cliffhanger to accept here for the next 2 weeks, but Gege, I really do hope that Kamo is able to do something next week or next chapter to basically just turn the tides. We need now the tides to be turned because Naoya winning right now does not sit right with me. But it's only short term. The inevitable will eventually happen, and we'll get a Maki and Kamo W. But how we get there is to be seen in a week's time, or 2 weeks' time, I should say. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below regarding this week's chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me know how we're feeling in regards to the fight so far between Maki and Kamo versus Naoya. What is your take basically on the whole thing regarding, you know, curses going from, you know, when they were human to curses and being able to retain parts of their former life, their emotions, their regrets, all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's going to be something that Gege will explore a lot more as we dive further into the Culling game? You know, maybe it ties into something else later on with maybe Kenjaku, or heck, who knows, even with regards to Yuji, because we still have the whole thing with, you know, Kenjaku, the mom, and all that and everything. But I am curious on like what your idea is right now, the thought process after taking all that in. Are you more impressed now with what you've seen from Naoya so far, or do we feel like we still need to see a bit more, considering the way he had, you know, he pretty much went out originally to now coming back here, still having projection sorcery, be able to go at Mach 3 speed and just do what he did to Maki? And what is the avenue you see this fight going into now that you've seen what happened at the end here? Is Kamo going to have a role where he's going to basically hold off with Naoya? Is going to have a key moment where it can be the push that leads to the punch afterwards from Maki? Let me know how you see it all going down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen week in, week out. Can't even English, because that's how you know the chapters already got me rattled a little bit. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora. I can't. It's really trying to rattle me the fact that Naoya's doing all this. But still, if you want to be here for the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen week in, week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora. See the day where everything goes on the channel. With that being said, in 2 weeks' time, hopefully the English will be better, because If it isn't, then that's how you know that Gege has won. He's absolutely rattled me. But in 2 weeks' time, I'm hoping for a Maki W. I'm hoping that the Kamo has something big on the, up the sleeve that he's going to try to utilize in the fights. I want to try and find a way to talk about something at the very least during the magazine break next week in regards to Kaisen. So hopefully stay tuned for that. But if not, because the life arc happens, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time for the next installment of Jujutsu Kaisen. And Gege, relax on me. But knowing you're going to make me suffer for now, but I'm going to win in the end, as I should. Commodore last signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, yeah.